Hi everybody, it's Sharon from Blessed to Craft Designs. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I am here to show you my very first wreath tutorial for 2019. I am super excited. 2018 was a blast, but we already claiming 2019 to be 10 times, 100 times better than 2018. We're going to do this in 2019. So my goal this year is to try to shorten my videos a little bit. Even though I'm going to shorten them, I still want to make sure that I'm doing the tutorials where you can actually follow along. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to leave the questions down below. You can also reach me at my Facebook page, which is Blessed to Craft Designs, or you can come to the group page, which is Wreath Designers Network, and I'll make sure I link those, put them in the video here, and also I have them linked down below. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new videos that are coming for 2019, because I have big plans this year. I'm super, super excited, and I want you to come on this journey with me. So this video, I think I'm going to do a voiceover, and I'm hoping that will kind of make the video a little bit shorter. I am going to, at the beginning of the videos, I'm going to show you what I'm working with a little bit so you'll know what supplies I have, but I'll also link them down below, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have been using the wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. I picked up a bunch of these. You'll need some Chanel stems or pipe cleaners. My colors, this wreath is requested, so I'm making this for a customer. It is kind of blue, gold, and cream. So I have two 21-inch Deco mesh. As you can see all around here, this is how I'm not going to use all of these ribbon, but I brought them all out just because I have to wait and see how I want to do this. That's one of the main questions I have, is how do I know what I'm going to do? So let me just take a moment real quick. When I get an order for a wreath, I get all the supplies together and I do exactly what I'm doing right now. I put everything together and I make sure once you have your base going, you just kind of add your other pieces into there. I don't always have an idea of what I want to do, but if you're not sure, Pinterest or just Googling whatever colors or special occasion it is, if you go on those websites, you can always get some inspiration from there. You don't have to, I don't ever try to make an exact wreath like another photograph or something like that, but just to get inspiration to see how colors pull together. Because that's another question I get also, is about the colors, and you can just Google things like that and just kind of get an idea and go from there. If your customer asks you for specific colors, you're just going to have to go with it and just try to put them together as best you can. If that's what they request, then that's what they're paying for. But so I have my 21-inch, I have all the ribbon here. Again, I don't know which ones I'm going to use. I do have scissors. I have my hot glue gun over here to the side. You can't see that. And then my customer wants the letter of their last name. Now, I purchased some of these ribbon from the Wreath shop. Some of them, I think one of those came from the Wreath shop, and then some from Michael. So like I said, I'll put all the descriptions down below. But I think I got this from the Wreath shop, and this is how I got it, actually broken like this. And it was wrapped up pretty good, so I'm not quite sure how it broke. But I didn't fuss too much about it, because if you look at it, like I said, it's supposed to be a W, and I thought, I don't know if I like this W anyway, so that's why I just didn't fuss about it too much. And I'm going to see if I can find a W that looks a little bit better than this, and I will talk to the company about receiving something that's broken. First time I've ever ordered anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and from here on out it's just going to be me talking over what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm getting ready to start putting my Chanel stems down on my wreath, and you will need your hot glue gun. And I don't start always on the outside, but if you count your rings starting in the middle or the inner and then going out, I usually start on have them on the 4th ring, which is what I'm doing here, the outer. And then the next one, I will put it on the 2nd one. And again, that's counting your rings from the middle or the inner going out. So there you see me putting it on the 2nd one. And I do kind of rotate, or I alternate. I will do one on the outer ring and then the next one on the inner ring, and you will see me do that all the way around. You do not have to use the hot glue. That's a personal preference. You very well can just tack these down or just add them on to your wreath frame without the glue. But I found that not on this one right here, because it's kind of stabilized because of that crossbar, but this one that I'm putting down right there, those will move. So I prefer to put hot glue on those. Okay, you don't have to do that. A lot of people don't, but again, that's just kind of personal preference. So what you'll see me do, and I think I stopped the video in just a minute and I go on, so you don't have to watch me put these down all over. But I have a total of 6 on the outer, and then there will be 6 on the inner, for a total of 12 for my entire wreath frame. Okay, so the wreath frame is done with 12 ties all the way around. I'm gathering and pinching my Deco mesh as the foundation, and I'm placing it on my first Chanel stem, my pipe cleaner, twisting it maybe 1 or 2 times, and then you pull about 8 to 10 inches, gather again, pinch it, and place it on your next tie. And I alternate from the outer ring to the inner ring, so the 4th one to the 2nd one. I'm just gathering 8 to 10 inches, going all the way around your frame to make the very first layer of your wreath. Okay, I am working on the 2nd layer. I have gone all the way around once for 1 layer of Deco mesh, and now I am working on a 2nd one. When I make a 2nd layer, I pull my Deco mesh just a little bit tighter, so I'm now going definitely about 6 inches, and I pull it a little bit more taut. I try to fill in some of the holes so that your wreath looks fuller, and it actually will make prettier poofs if you do it this way. As you can see me kind of pulling it out here. So that's all I'm doing on this next part, is just trying to add some filler into the wreath. Okay, so just continue the same pattern, going from the 2nd frame, the 2nd ring down to the 4th ring, alternating and poofing as you go along. Okay, the foundation is done with the navy blue, and now I'm putting down the gold accent color, and I will use the exact same technique. Just gather it together, pinch it, and place it down. I'm only going to do about 6-inch poofs here, and they will be on the inner ring or the second ring only, and that is customer preference. So you very well can do this all the way around the wreath if that's what you would like. But I'm going to do the exact same technique all the way around the inner ring or the second ring for this wreath. Okay, here's one of my favorite parts of making a wreath, which is putting down my ribbon, and I'm doing these little groups of bows. And I'm going to show you how to do this really quick. You're going to take your ribbon and just make, like you're going to make a big bow, but it's really just going to be kind of like a bow tie. And I did this with 3 different ribbon. You can do however many you want. But I make 3 of these little bow ties and I stack them on top of one another. And then I take as you can see on the table right there, there are just some ribbon that I've already dovetailed. I'm going to stack the exact same ribbon in the exact same order and then just pinch them together, put a chenille stem on there, and you have this cute little kind of bow and some ribbon down. And it looks really unique on the wreath when you're done with it. Okay, the next part will be the bow, and it's a combination of all the ribbon I've used on the wreath, plus this velvet navy blue and the 4-inch wide gold glitter. And you just start by taking one of your pieces of ribbon, and they're about 24 to 27 inches long, and I do have my ruler this time. So you're just going to take one piece of ribbon, it doesn't matter which one you start off with, and just make your loop. And this is so easy, this is super easy, I promise you. You just make that loop right there, you pinch it. I'm going to measure it for you guys with a ruler, about 6.5 or 7 inches. And then right here, I'm just kind of showing you how it's going to look. This will give you another idea of how large you want to make your loops. If you want to, I like mine to stick out a little bit from the wreath, and that's kind of why you see my hand doing what it's doing right there. So all you do is you're going to continue taking each piece of ribbon and making your loop right there the same size, and then pinching it together. Not really worried about the bottom part so much just yet, where the tails are, because you will see me kind of fan those out at the end. Just make sure you pinch these together really well. You'll see my hand start to hurt in just a little bit, so I'll put it between my fingers a little bit more to secure it. And then your chenille stem, you always make sure that you're twisting your ribbon around and you're keeping your chenille stem stationary. But just keep watching how I make this really simple bow. Okay, everybody, final step is putting on the letter. And when you're putting letters and signs that don't have a hook on them, you do have to get really creative on trying to figure out how to get them on your wreath. So with this one, I just took a piece of the ribbon. It was this one, and it was probably about a good maybe 15 inches or so, and then I put a Chanel stem. If you fast forward at the very end of this video, I put a couple of some still pictures. I just put a Chanel stem in the middle, then kind of folded it over, hot glued that, and then I hot glued this. I lined up where I wanted my letter to go first, so I would know where to put these down. And one is right behind here, and the other one is up here at the top. So that's very important, is to find out where you want to put it before you start hot gluing anything on the back to which is going to help you secure it to your wreath. So all I did once I as you can see right here, that's where I attached it. I'll turn it over a little bit so you can see, and then you just I just fed my ribbon through here and secured it back here just by tying it. Now I have not hot glued this down yet, but I probably will. And normally I don't even use ribbon, but because it's wood, I don't want it to come off. And please make sure when you're putting signs and letters, things like this, take into consideration the elements, you know, the wind and the rain and all that kind of stuff, and what is going to work to keep your sign on there. So that's all I did, and I just fed it through here. And I tied it, which that's good enough. I can just probably clip that off, but I'll probably still put a little bit of hot glue there. So I'm gonna hang this up and show you what it looks like up on the door. Okay, so really quick, here is the wreath. It is the finished wreath. There's a W. I did paint this cream, and then I had just a little bit of gold glitter paint that I put on there just to add a little bit of sparkle to it, not much. There is that beautiful bow. How pretty is that? And I like it sticking up at the top, excuse me, to add just a little bit more in there, but it's really pretty. I love the way it turned out. I'm happy with how it looks. So for, you know, the next probably day or so, I'll just go in and I'll find all the little Chanel stems. There's a couple, and I'll clip those off. I'll make sure that I secure everything down really good. That's my final step. Final step is just making sure everything is secured really good before I give it to my customer. So I thank you all for watching. Please make sure you leave comments down below. Join me on my Facebook page, Bless the Craft Design. Also, the Wreath network that we're in, the Wreath group, Wreath Designers Network. I will put it up on the screen so you can see it. I'll also put down below some of the products that I use and where I get them from. But if you have any questions about anything, please make sure, don't hesitate to leave a comment, or you can either email me, inbox me, DM me, however you want to do it. I'm always open to answering questions for people who, you know, want to make wreaths, want to try making wreaths, and you just have questions about what to do, how to get started. I enjoy sharing what I do. That's why I'm here. So again, thank you for joining my channel. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, and you click the notification bell so that you can continue to get notification when I upload videos. And as always, be blessed.